Start recording and hello and welcome once again to the Perl Weekly Challenge. Just getting sort of set up in my APL session here. I won't do much, just getting things synced up and what have you. Let's get started. We've got our two tasks. Now, I'm hoping that this is going to be a bit more straightforward than last week. I had a few weeks where these challenges were taking me very little time, fairly easy, getting straight through it, and then I was like, okay, let's start recording these again. Last week, bam, slightly challenging one, plus went on another performance-related rabbit hole that turned out to be a waste of time. So I need to actually just stitch a couple of disparate clips together before I even upload that, but it is Monday, done a bunch of stuff, so I thought let's give the weekly challenge a go. Right, so what I usually do here is create new dfin, set up some test cases, closest to 0 and return its distance. So that's just the smallest absolute value. Okay. Yep. So one thing I can do is not quad JSON that, and you say in our tests, if one is not the 0 friend of this, then error, and we go along. Yep, this bit's a bit tedious, you might want to skip ahead. You can press J in the on your keyboard, or like double tap the screen over a couple of times. Just see me running a custom or build of ride because I've been having certain issues. Exact 0 wins regardless of other close values. Well, yeah, I mean, it's an interesting. Oops. Forgot I need to convert from JSON to APL. It's an interesting way of phrasing the problem. Because like we said, we're like 99.99% certain that it's just the minimum absolute value. Which means we don't even need any of this. That's the whole function. We're literally just now doing a bit of the, administrative task. I keep putting 1, but it's not 1, is it? It's 1 1 0 1 1. So I mean, yeah, okay, whatever. It's just a 0 in the middle. Of writing tests. And this is a very, I must have talked about testing frameworks in a previous video. This is what I have now determined to be the most minimal testing framework for this type of problem solving. I think that's it. It's not really appropriate for writing real code because it has to be separate and stuff, but this is nice because for the sake of a programming challenge you get the definition alongside your code and the tests, and so someone coming along just to check this out, to learn a bit of APL, see what's going on, can see everything in a single file all together, all with no frameworks, nothing, just raw APL. Right, if you have n teams in a tournament, a matrix grid tells you which team is stronger between any two teams. Yeah, okay. So it's a directed graph. And the one with the most wins is just the index of the largest sum. You may assume there's a definite answer, so they're implying no, what do you call them? They're implying no ties in the definition. Since this is going reasonably well, maybe we'll look at the tie condition. Champion team it's called. So this is basically, so this is going to be interesting. If I paste this, it's across multiple lines, which is slightly annoying. The conversion is going to be tedious. Actually, the easiest thing for me to do is just move this over. Can I full screen you? Okay. My tests, they're going to be output. The output is the string team 0. I mean, maybe that makes it slightly more interesting. Champion team of 011. We're going to use version 20 array notation to spell out our tests, which for a single multi-dimensional array, I do, it's nice that you can visually see the contents of a matrix. That's cool. Obviously, I'm still figuring out how I feel. Not obvious. I'm still figuring out exactly how I feel about the fact that your line of code has to continue on, in this kind of Z pattern. But, and also if I format things, which I kind of got in the habit of doing, I have to align everything back, so I've got to be careful doing that. But as long as I am careful, version 20 also defaults to as typed, source as typed. Not one, not. Not. Ooh, not. 1 1 not. 1 1 1 not. Okay. So just got to remember, and I hope that when I might copy the text actually to prevent that. I think this should save the source as typed. When I press escape, when I save this, no, it must be because I Control S, which I've set a keyboard shortcut to save. You might have noticed a little, when I change the source, I get this little circle over the X, and then I press Control S, that goes away, which means that the source has been saved. Anyway, so your team 0, team 3, team 0 is the champion team of 0 1 1. This is what I mean though, right? Like for, a period of a few weeks since I started coming back onto the Perl Weekly Challenge, it took me longer to figure out, it takes me longer to input these test cases. That was team, that was that one, yeah. Than it does to write the code to solve the problem. 0 1 1. No. 1 1. Is this the last one? Yeah. Team 2, 4. No. 1 0 0 0 0. 1 0 0 0. 1 1 0 1 1. 1 1 0 0 0. 1 1 0 1 0. And if those are all false, then all tests just don't even. And we believe, based on the definition and all of these examples, that it's the row sum and the index of the largest row sum. So yeah, part 1, assuming a definite answer, which just says it's team space format the index of the largest row sum. That's it. Ooh, great question. Team naught beats 1 and 2. Index origin. Thank you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And ride done hath crashed. Yeah. Challenge 343. Me. APL. Yep. Okay. So yeah, we've solved them. What we'll do for the end of the video slash screenshot is just get them both on the screen here so we can take a look and have a little talk. So basically, as I said, 2 problems, incredibly straightforward. I guess the only addendum I'll consider doing, like I sort of alluded to, was like the case where there's a tie, which might just be a sort of exercise in formatting some text output. That could be a laugh. But basically, zero friend is, and again, if you rephrase it this way, it's the code. The problem statement is the code in English. What's the minimum absolute value of these list of numbers? That by definition is the value that's closest to 0. For the champion team, we've defined this directed graph in terms of matrices. Very nice for APL. Look, my formatting's all gone. Interesting. So I'm going to have to look into that. It might be a setting I'm just missing. Save text to source. Anyway. And due to the definition of the graph, I mean, that is the APL way, right? You define your data structures to represent things in your problem space such that you can use the primitives to compute what you need very straightforwardly. And when it works, oh boy, it works. So good. As in this couple of cases. Right, so yep, that's Perl Weekly Challenge 343 in APL. Thanks very much for watching, and also I'm just going to do that one last thing I said about the champion teams. So add a test case. draws allowed. Then we're going to do teams 2 and 4. Ooh. Yeah, okay, if it's more than one team, we're going to produce this teams thing. And that would be the case when we have like 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Oh, that's a lie, sorry. So it's 0, 0, 0, 1. Oh. Because there's 0 indexed, we'll do 1 and 3 just to make my life simpler. 0, 1, 1, 1. So you're going to have 3. 2 is going to have 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, what? It doesn't really matter. 1, 0, 1, 1. That's going to draw with you, and then 0, 1, 0, 0. Okay. And the way we're going to change the definition to make this work. No. How do we like that? Like that? Don't know. Is now it's result is team score is the sum win the winners because we want to do basically I could do this with a little guard, but I'm trying to avoid that. So the guard would just be if there's only a 1 winner, then it's team comma it's the same as before. Like that's the winner. And then if there's more, then it's teams. And I guess this is the question. So say we have 3, 2 or something. And if I can join these with an and. Oh no. That's fine. If I can join, sorry, just my keyboard interacting with something. With caps lock. If I join these with an and, if I only have 1, yeah, exactly what I was hoping for. If I've only got 1, then I just get the value, the number, and if I have multiple, oh yeah. And then you could extend this definition, right? And you have to sort of add more special casing or logic to say, yeah. So now you have to do, we can do this in a kind of functional-ish way by saying like, the comma one is going to be is going to be commas and is the one I just did an and then it's well, I was thinking about 2 taking. I was like, we're gonna pick comma slash 2 take omega. And now comma is just that, and it's just this. No, we keep all the structure in there. So now it's just comma 2 take omega. Format each. Oh, but then you want space as well after that. Sorry, here. And it's a neg2 drop, isn't it? It's a neg1 drop. Comma. And oh, I see. Space and space, comma, neg1 take omega. And then you know the only cases you have. Interesting. You know the only cases you have are 1, 2, and more than 2, so then you could special case that. But I don't know, I'm just going to say it's like a string of ands. So it's going to be team, comma, S if 1 is less than S, comma, space, comma, pick and join where omega is the largest of the scores. See if it worked. Nah. What's this? It's one of the basic ones. Uh-oh. Format each? No. What's this about? What? Oh. It's not where omega, it's where S is. I mean, sure, I don't know. Brilliant, okay. Oh, yeah. The winners are where S is. The max of S, which is the score. If there's more than one winner, then we add the plurals. And then that's just the winners, okay. No, and it's formatted my stuff as well. What a disaster. What's this about though? That all works. It's a formatting issue, isn't it? Pop that there, really. Oh. And it's 1 less than the number of winners. And I've killed right again somehow. Right, well, I know what I'm doing for the rest of the day, which is figuring out why Ride just suddenly stops responding. Anyway, you get the idea. It's a silly idea. They already solved the problem. Let's move on with my life. Alright, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you the next time. Goodbye.